Hi guys, it's SugarPlumSims here and welcome back to another video. Today this is a build I have put off for a very long time because, I don't know, I have tried to record this voiceover for this build a million times and each time I just failed to come up with words I want to speak for it, so I'm going to try and get through it today because honestly it's taking up like 5 gigs on my computer and literally I don't even know why because it's kind of a long video actually. I did have to cut out quite a bit of footage just because it would have been a long video. And also I was kind of struggling to build with this because sort of about midway through my computer was starting to just go like run on like 5 frame rates for Sims, which is, you know, what's the point of recording in 30 frames per second if it's only going to actually record like 5 frames per second? Yeah, so I think I reinstalled The Sims and I think that helped quite a bit. But anyway, this is a house, in case you didn't know, and I think I called it Pristine Minimal, which I don't know, I'm terrible with names, so it's quite a clean build. It's actually inspired by this one episode of Grand Designs that I watched ages ago now, because I built this like months ago now. I swear I built it like 2 months ago or something, so yeah, it's been a while. But it's kind of inspired by this Grand Designs episode I watched, and it was basically this neat freak guy who wanted to build a house and everything had to be perfect, apparently. And the house looked quite like, honestly I wouldn't live in a house because it looked quite sort of showroomy, but it did look quite cool because it was just very crisp and clean, and I kind of wanted to sort of represent that in this build, except in the end I don't think this house is really similar to the build the guy built at all, really. I mean, it does have kind of a similar shape, but I did sort of go with what I wanted to build because I just can't do that minimal, because I did call it Pristine Minimal, which, you know, shows that there isn't much furniture in it, but I did kind of put a bit of clutter somewhere, I think, probably. I honestly can't remember because this is, again, a build. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I meant to actually mute my phone, but I forgot because my memory is like a goldfish. Can I mute that? Actually, that's probably for like a tweet because, who was it? Sim Guru. Who was the Sim Guru? Sorry, there's quite a few Sim Gurus, so I can't remember. That is definitely not a word or a saying. Sim Guru JM. What's JM stand for? I don't know. Sim Guru JM. He put out a tweet like saying, tag all your favorite simmers and stuff, and so that I can follow them and stuff, and I tagged a bunch. I think a bunch, I don't know. I actually missed some of the people like Sim Kim who actually tagged me when I was like, uh-oh, I forgot to tag out. But yeah, everyone's just kind of been tagging everyone, which is kind of cool and a bit funny. So yeah, you probably might have even seen that tweet if you follow me on Twitter, which the link will be down below if you want to follow me. Shameless plug there. But yeah, so I think I can't actually remember sort of what this house ended up looking like. I know I actually kind of cut away and actually sort of reshaped the house a bit better to like my liking, really, because I didn't want to use these windows. I actually used the base game windows with the black frame, and I think those looked a lot nicer. But yeah, also the lighting looks really pretty in this build. Just the way it's like shining into the living room and stuff, and as you can actually probably tell, I did build in Granite Falls. That's because the guy who built his house, he was like setting it up in sort of a remote foresty area, and he wanted it to be like stark white in the middle of like nowhere, basically, or like quite a contrast compared to the green. So I kind of wanted to do something a bit similar, so I sort of just built it in Granite Falls, except it's really annoying because you can't build residential in Granite Falls, so I'm pretty sure this is up on the gallery as generic, which means that I guess not as many people will see it, which I mean, I don't really mind. To be honest, I've kind of stopped looking at views and sort of like download and likes and stuff. Well, obviously I still look at likes and stuff, but I don't look at it as often because, I don't know, I feel like it takes the fun away from YouTube. And obviously some builds I'll notice have less views. Like, I know my Creator Sims, I don't think they get as many views, which is kind of to be expected because I don't think as many people watch Creator Sims because anyone can really create a sim. Yeah, they just don't get as many views, which is something I do notice, but I don't really care about because it's kind of something I expect. Plus, I don't really put in as much effort with Creator Sims. I think Lil Simsy's spoken about this, how she doesn't like doing Creator Sims because she feels like she doesn't put enough effort into it, which I can understand because I just try and spend a bit more time on the thumbnails for them. Which I do end up doing because on the Creator Sim thumbnails you can't really just take a screenshot of the sim and, you know, put it up on a video like you can kind of do with builds. Well, I mean, at least with my builds I sort of take a screenshot and then add the writing. Also, I need to slow down my talking. I noticed in not my last video because that would have been like the Creator Sim, but the no move objects challenge, I actually was speaking kind of quickly. I don't know why that is because honestly it's just gonna mean that I have to talk about more stuff, so I need to slow down. Take a breath. Okay, I mean, I'm not great at that, especially since I was like at the gym hang on, when did I go to the gym? I was like at the gym like half an hour ago, so I'm still kind of a bit hyped up from that, which I'm actually kind of doing okay at the gym. I've noticed with some of like when I go on the running machine and the, what is it, the CrossFit? I can't remember. I don't think it's CrossFit because I swear that's like something else, but like the little like pedaling machine type thing, whatever it's called. I've noticed I've been able to do a bit more on those, which I'm happy about because it means clearly I'm getting a bit more fit, which is why I started going to the gym because I was a lazy potato before. I mean, the lazy part still counts, but the potato still kind of does, but it's okay. But this is the living room. This, I think, is probably the most inspired by the guy's house because in his house, I'm pretty sure he had like very minimal colours, kind of monochrome, but with like a couple pops of colours. And again, it's quite a show homey house, really. Just not very much clutter, and everything's quite precise, I think. I hope it is, at least, because that's what I was going for. And also, you'll notice no cats and dogs things. I'm pretty sure by the time you're watching this, I'll have bought cats and dogs or won it in a giveaway. I don't know. I can't even remember which giveaways I've entered. But if I win one, then that's great. But if not, then I'll probably have bought it by now, by the time you're watching this. So yeah, there also isn't an update. Like, I'm not building this in the updated version of the game with the new roofs or the downsizing objects, which might have been useful in this build because some of the rugs would look quite nice in this build, but oh well. I mean, as I've said, this was like a very old build, so it's kind of to be expected. But yeah, we're already kind of like a third the way in, which is, I feel like it's kind of further than I've gotten with the other times I've tried to record a voiceover without actually like starting to spout rubbish into this voiceover, which is great. But that kitchen I kind of didn't really talk about. I mean, I've kind of been trying to talk a little bit about the build. I mean, I don't want to just sit there and talk about the build non-stop, but I kind of want to sort of, you know, mention every now and again what I'm actually doing and what my thought process was behind it, because I feel like some people might want to know that. I don't know. But I really like the dining room. I mean, it's not that fancy or anything. It's quite simple, really good, but I do like the colour schemes, and I think that painting on the wall looks quite nice with it, if I do say so myself. Okay, and there is also like a 2-minute portion of voiceover that you have missed out on because I was an idiot and my like editing was clearly not up to my standard because I probably accidentally deleted like an entire 6 minutes of footage, and that's like sped up. So yeah, quite a good chunk of footage that was like for the what was it, like I think 2 bedrooms, actually no, 1 bedroom, the study, the gym, because there is a gym in this. I don't normally do gyms, I don't think, and there's also a study area. Not actually, I think there was like a study in a room, and then there's kind of like a study outside of the room. But yeah, also adding a bit of wallpaper. I don't know if those stay, I'm not entirely sure about that, but I think they do. There's a little bathroom. I think there's like 1 bathroom that like guests can use. I think that's sort of towards the entrance area, and then every other bedroom has an ensuite, which is something I always like in my builds because If I was in a house that was this big, I would expect an ensuite, honestly, because my house at the moment, like, only the master bedroom has an ensuite, and even that's like a bit kind of small for an ensuite, really. Like, if you were talking about sort of like a fancy ensuite and then there's just like a shared bathroom. But yeah, I also had to just quickly pause there again because my little sister needed to go upstairs, and I don't want to hear like background noise in my voiceovers, but again, I can't like stop her from going up the stairs because that would be mean of me. But here is the master bedroom. I think this is like one of the bedrooms that was missing from the footage, so yeah, this bedroom I quite like. It's very sort of, I guess it has quite a few like calming colours, and it has quite a luxurious feel, I feel like it does. Yeah, that was a great sentence, Sophie. But it also has a bit of a gold in the carpet, and those, like, what are they called? Nightstands? Tables? End tables? I can't remember. But those have, like, the same colour as the carpet, which I thought was quite nice. I also used that wallpaper from Dine Out, which I haven't really used it, to be honest. I just think it's because of the lights in between each of the panels. I feel like I'd use that wallpaper so much more if the panels weren't there, or if they weren't like lit up, because I'm pretty sure those glow in the dark, which isn't really something I'd want. If they don't, like, let me know, because I'll probably use them more, but I haven't really played them much in gameplay, so I wouldn't really know. But yeah, so just adding a bit of a wardrobe. And I don't think I do any like built-in wardrobes, which, you know, you don't always need a built-in wardrobe, but this is kind of a small wardrobe, I just realised, for this bedroom. But that's okay, I think, hopefully. And then put a little vanity. I love those vanities from Vintage Glamour. Those are really cool. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we should have something like that with the base game. Just because, like, I feel like a vanity is something that should kind of be a necessity build object, I guess. Also, do we move the study area outside? I guess we do. I guess that room that the study was in before gets turned into a gym, and then the room next to it is the ensuite bathroom. I did not know that. I guess it's just one study then instead of two. But I really like the little gym area. It's not that big, but I do think it kind of would suit your gym's needs, except I don't think more than one like sim could work out at a time here, or like at least in real life. Obviously in a game you can have more than one, but I think it's kind of a bit too small for that. Hopefully the air conditioning is working alright in there. But yeah, so I do really like the gym actually, now that I think about it. I really haven't seen this build in a while, so honestly I have no idea like kind of much about it. Also, do we use that clock? I think we do. I haven't really used that Vintage Glamour clock either. I feel like I'm so used to not using clocks, because obviously Vintage Glamour did come with like a couple more clocks, that I just have gotten into a habit of ignoring them as a decor item. I feel like my biggest struggle in builds is like hallways. I don't know why, I never know what to put in them. I think I just put like an end table, a painting, couple paintings, plants, you know, all those good decor items. And I've also actually been doing this one thing which I really like doing, because I don't like having a million lights everywhere, but basically I'll just layer the lights. So I'll put two lights in exactly the same position, and that way they don't clip through, which I think is quite a handy trick, especially if you don't like a million lights everywhere. And those sort of like the single, what are they called, like the space lights? No, they're not space lights. But like the plain modern lights that we used to have before the update. No, we still have them, but before the update brought in new kind of simple ceiling lights. Those ones are like the brightest lights really, so instead of having to use those, I like to just layer lights, and that way it's still nice and bright, because I like my houses to be bright. I know some people like to kind of have the, I don't know, I guess the relaxing sort of light mood lighting that's kind of a bit more dimmer and just a bit yellower, I guess, but I like the white lights. I think those look the nicest, I guess, in my opinion, although I guess it depends what build you're doing, because I know in my haunted house build, because it wasn't really haunted, but my haunted house build, I think I changed the lighting so that it was like very, very dark and a bit more yellow, so that it would kind of give a bit more of ambience a bit more of ambience. That's not the right sentence, like a bit more ambience. Yeah, I still don't know how to structure sentences properly. Something I will hopefully learn when I finish English GCSE. But yeah, so doing a little sitting area. I really like the sitting area actually. And I actually need to cut out a little part which is just me looking over the build, because that would make anybody dizzy, so let me quickly just do that. Sorry, I keep like realising I clearly didn't do a great job at editing, but give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, but we are back and we are working on the second bedroom. This is kind of a blue themed bedroom. I imagine like a teenage girl living here, I guess. The guy who built his house, I think he had like 3 children or something, and they all seemed a bit, I don't know, not really that preppy, but a bit, you know, preppy, kind of ish. But I think I used quite a lot of vintage glamour stuff in this build, now that I think about it. Like, I used lots of ottomans, wardrobes, plants, beds, anything you can think of. So yeah, quite a few items actually. So if you don't have the pack, you might struggle a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for pets. Like, this is the only build, this is the only like expansion pack that I'm gonna buy / maybe potentially win as soon as it comes out. Normally I just wait like a couple weeks or something, but I cannot wait. Honestly, I cannot. If I tried to, I think I'd have like, I'd start shaking from withdrawal symptoms or something. Not that I've even experienced pets, so I can't have withdrawal symptoms. Ignore me. But yeah, I'm just really excited. Like having, well, not even the pets really. I want pets, obviously. Like, pets are the biggest thing in the pack, but I mean, I do want a cat or a dog. I want a St. Bernard dog. Like, I really, really want, not one in real life, because I feel like they'd be kind of hard to deal with, because they are very big dogs, but I do want one in The Sims, because I'm pretty sure they do exist, and I haven't seen anyone, like, have one yet. I guess they're not really a popular breed or anything, but, it's, the St. Bernard dogs are like the one that was from Peter Pan, that was like the nanny dog, that's a St. Bernard, and I just think they're really cute. But then again, everyone has like their own preference to which dogs they like the best. But I feel like I don't actually know what I want to do with cats and dogs yet. I don't know if I want to do build first or maybe start a let's play. You know how the let's plays go. Yeah, I'm terrible at let's plays, honestly. I actually need to record another part because I feel like it's been a couple weeks or maybe a month or maybe 2, I don't know, since I last uploaded for the Big Sister Challenge, but I'm going to get on with that. Honestly, we haven't made that much progress yet, which is a bit sad, but I'm going to have to work on that. Although, to be honest, I feel like the biggest problem with trying to get, like, play a let's play and stuff is that because my computer is kind of slow and stuff, it takes years to actually get my sim to do anything, because they're just waddling and then they just don't do what I say. They are very ignorant and annoying sims. It's fine though, I'll work something out eventually. Maybe when I'm 16, soon, hopefully, I don't know. I'm only 16 and it's still like 9 months or something. Yeah, it's a while, but when I'm 16 I'll be able to get a job and then I can actually afford to buy a new gaming PC. That will be another 6 months after I get my job, so yay, a whole year. It's fine, my computer actually isn't that bad at all, really, playing Sims. So I don't know why I'm complaining, because I'm sure lots of people are much worse off than me with, like, computers and stuff. I know some people can't really play with any of the good settings, and I can even kind of manage to build with the nice lighting, which is cool. Except, I think I started building one of the builds recently without the lighting because it was just so laggy, but also I think another build I have built with the lighting, so I don't know, I guess it depends when I open the game whether it's fast or not, but I think with every update it always gets a bit faster, so that's always a good thing. And hopefully, I haven't even played the game with the new update yet. I mean, obviously after you're watching this I would have, so I guess future Sophie will be saying, yes, it's great, the update has made my game amazing. I don't know though, so yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. I just haven't played much Sims really. I spent like a good couple, a good like few hours building, and no gameplay because I rarely play gameplay without recording. So I've just been building really, I think, and only on one build, I think. Have I done any other builds? I don't think so. Actually, I have. I have a couple builds I still need to finish. One of which is the solid color challenge, which I have green because Simaki like half tagged me because she said if anyone wants to join, just let me know and I will give you a color. And she gave me green, and I was thinking of doing an eco home, but I've already done one kind of not really recently now that I'm like thinking about it, but I did kind of have like do one kind of not that long ago, so I didn't want to do an eco home again. And I actually really love the house I came up with, but it's just the color green is not my favorite color, so yeah, the house doesn't look great. It's kind of just a mash of like baby poo green, no, not baby poo green, like baby sick green. Yeah, that's not much better. And just yeah, not the nicest greens, but I've been trying to make it work. By trying, I haven't even like done anything with it recently, so I need to work on that because she tagged me a while ago, so yeah. Although she probably isn't like expecting my build or like waiting on my build, because I don't think anyone who tags people are really like waiting on their builds. I don't know. The landscaping on this build, actually, I think it came together quite well, like quite easily really. The front is very manicured. Also, I've just realised my legs gone numb because it's like I've had my legs crossed, which apparently isn't very ladylike. Because I actually like found out a while ago that if you like in the 50s, I think it is, women wouldn't cross their legs because it's like unladylike. So I mean, I actually need to uncross my legs anyway because actually I'm just switching to the other leg because that's just the sitting position I'm used to. Sorry if that's a lot of background noise there, but yeah, my leg's gone to sleep from being crossed. Never mind. But the landscaping is very manicured at the front. It also is at the back. And I think I put a basketball court in, which looking back, I don't know, like, I don't really like it that much. Actually, why would I build it if I don't like it? No, I kind of like the basketball court, but at the same time, I couldn't really make it work that easily, which I guess is probably one of the biggest problems whenever you build and you can't make something work, but you know it would look good if you could make it work, so I guess that was just a problem, really. Adding a few trees, love those trees. Oh yeah, and I also like watched the first few episodes of Stranger Things, the season 2, and that's been great. I love Stranger Things. I actually have been kind of a bit behind, to be honest, because everyone seemed to have like already finished watching it and everything, but I wanted to like re-watch season 1 because I couldn't really remember what happened, and I just wanted to watch it again because it's a good series. But so like I've been kind of behind, but I did actually finish watching the season 1 and then I've been watching season 2. I'm not going to give away any spoilers because that would just be mean. But yeah, it's been really good. I definitely recommend anyone watching, I don't know, sci-fi type things to watch Stranger Things. It is also kind of set in the 80s, I think, so anyone who kind of likes that era of films, I guess. Era? I guess, is the 80s an era? I guess it probably is. I don't know. But I definitely recommend anyone to watch it, unless you don't like creepy things, because Stranger Things is kind of a bit creepy, sort of. I guess if you're a bit of a wimp like myself, you might get a bit scared of it, but I'm sure most of you would be fine with that. So yeah, I've been watching that. I also finished watching Alias. I think it's Alias Grace. I thought it was like Elias Grace, and then my dad was like, you do know it's like Alias Grace, so I'm pretty sure it's Alias Grace. But that came onto Netflix recently. I watched that. That was pretty good. It was very interesting, a bit slow, so anyone who doesn't like things that are a bit slow, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but it's quite interesting. It's also like a period TV show, so it's set in the 19th century, I think, and it's about like a girl who was convicted of a murder at a very young age, and then she kind of is seen by this doctor who's trying to work out whether she was like insane or not at the murder so that she can be like released and stuff, and it just kind of follows her with this doctor. Yeah, it's very interesting. I would definitely recommend it. I think I actually finished it in like 2 days because it's only 6 episodes, but I don't think I've really been watching anything else really on Netflix. If anyone like wants to watch new series, I would always recommend Netflix or Now TV. I think that's also a good one, because I know my dad got like 2 months free with Now TV with his Xbox, so he's also watched a couple series from that. Apparently Now TV has quite a good few things. Look at me just rambling on about shows, TV shows. I'm sure none of you really care about that, but it's fine. Because I kind of care about it. Actually, I kind of care about what people like want to watch and stuff, because then it kind of gives me recommendations for what I want to watch. But then this is the rest of the outdoor area. I think I do like a little sort of garden, greenhouse type thing, which I actually really like. I think it looks quite cool. It's not here yet, it's kind of sort of towards the end of the landscaping, I think, but I just used one of the little sort of glass greenhouse type things from Get Together, and then a little barbecue area, which I kind of struggled to make it look good, because, I don't know, it looked a bit weird, I guess, here, but I did like these little planter things with the fences, which I think does look kind of good. And I just kind of wanted to make the garden look a bit more filled, because it is quite a manicured garden, and I don't think it would look that great without as much as I tried to put in, so I did try to put in a few things. Again, this is like the basketball area, which I'm a bit unsure on, because I don't know, like, does it look good? Does it not? Who knows? I guess we'll never know, really. And put a little basketball there. And I think that was it for the basketball area. I can't remember. Unless we do this. No, we just change it to the concrete. To be honest, I've like kind of run out of things to say. I have like literally 2 post-it notes filled to the brink. That's paper, by the way. With like video ideas, but I just haven't had any time to do any. I guess I can do the 5-minute CAS challenge and 5-minute build challenge. Those only take 5 minutes, obviously, so they're not going to take that long. I also wanted to renovate the 10-minute build challenge, and I wanted to do the no mistakes challenge because that looked like a fun challenge, and just a few build ideas, I think. Oh yeah, I also have a build tutorial on here. I'm not great at building, but if anyone does want to see like a building tutorial, or I guess it wouldn't be like a building tutorial, it would just be like how I do building, if anyone would be interested, let me know, because I can do that if you want. I can just sort of show you some tips and tricks that I use whenever I build. Not that anyone is interested probably, but you know, just a little idea there. And I also have Hartford Apartments on here because yeah, that's an old series, and I don't know whether to bring it back or not, because I did do a couple apartments from there. I think I did like 3, which isn't a lot, because I swear there's like 4, maybe 5 stories, so that's like, I think it's like 9 apartments or something in total, so it wouldn't take me that long to do, because each apartment takes me about like an hour or 2 to actually furnish, but maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't, who knows. So yeah, just a little outdoor area here, put a few seating things on it, and then doing some more landscaping. Yeah, I was a bit stuck on landscaping. I just kept it quite minimal because I didn't know what else to do, but I think it looks alright in the end. I also had to take a quick drink of water because my throat's like really dry from talking for like almost half an hour. I'm actually very surprised I've been able to do this voiceover without many difficulties, I want to say. I've just kind of been like staring at the video and kind of watching it. And then as I've been watching it, things have been kind of popping into my head, I guess. Like this bathroom. This is a very nice bathroom. I like it. I made some asymmetrical mirrors. Actually, I'm kind of interested. Do people, you guys, I guess, do you prefer like asymmetrical builds, or do you prefer like symmetrical builds? I personally prefer asymmetrical because I think they're more sort of interesting to look at, but I guess some people will have a different preference. Also, I won't expect many replies to this question because we are literally half an hour through, and if you've been watching for this long, wow, you are a very loyal subscriber, because I've been talking for ages, and I wouldn't be surprised if many people have already clicked off, because Yeah, I just wouldn't be surprised. So if you have been watching for this long, say you like spaghetti or something, I don't know, what's your favourite food? No, that's a lame thing to just ask people. What's your favourite food? Yay! That's definitely not the boringest question someone has ever asked. But yeah, I guess if you've been watching for this long, will you be getting cats and dogs or not? Or are you just gonna like wait for a giveaway to happen or something like that? That would be kind of cool to know, I guess. Also, remind me never to do one of these if you've been watching for this long questions ever again, because they are terrible. But yeah, just a bit more landscaping. Honestly, just very manicured, a bit boring to be honest, because, you know, in my definition, manicured usually means boring. Also, those sunflowers, I always try and like have them all facing in the same direction, even if it sometimes does bug me a bit that they're all in the same direction, because I'm pretty sure sunflowers do actually all grow in the same direction. Something I learned from Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in ages, but I do know that I'm pretty sure sunflowers do grow in the same direction. I mean, my little sister keeps bugging me to play Minecraft, but I honestly don't want to, because it's... Honestly, I find it kind of a bit boring. I don't know, I've played it for like years and years, so I'm not really that surprised that I've kind of gotten bored of it, but maybe I'll play it again soon, I don't know. Not that any of you will probably be interested, except I feel like a lot of people who play Sims have played Minecraft, because Minecraft is just a very famous, well-known game. But yeah, just working on a few finishing touches. We are nearly through to the screenshots. In fact, I think we have like a minute or something, so I'm gonna leave it off here. Weird thing with the painting just there, right there. Hope you like that. But if you did enjoy, give this a big thumbs up, and also for me talking for half an hour straight, because that is really taking the life out of me. But if you did enjoy, give this a big thumbs up, as I've already said, and also subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
You seem so rehearsed, but do you really care? I always feel like you're never aware. You're a part of me, but we're so apart. Where is your heart? Now I don't wanna lose sleep, thinking about everything we could be. Let's just see what comes to be. She said we're all made in Hollywood, fake loving and hating on silver screens, believing everything we come to see. Go outside, it feels so good. We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe. We just